Imagine a city where technology and sustainability come together in perfect harmony. A place where clean energy powers every home, where self-driving electric vehicles glide through green streets, and where every resident has a stake in the city's wealth. A futuristic utopia? Not exactly. This is Telosa, a proposed $400 billion megacity that could redefine urban living in the 21st century. Founded by billionaire entrepreneur Marc Lore, Telosa is more than just a city. It's an economic and social experiment designed to promote fairness, sustainability, and innovation. But can this ambitious project become a reality? What challenges stand in its way? And what exactly makes Telosa different from every other city in the world? Let's explore the vision, design, and future of Telosa, America's $400 billion future city. The visionary behind Telosa, Marc Lore. The mastermind behind Telosa is Marc Lore, an entrepreneur best known for revolutionizing e-commerce. Born in 1971 in New York, Lore has an impressive track record of building and selling successful companies. His journey began with The Pit, a sports card trading platform that he sold to Topps in 2001. But his most significant achievements came later. In 2005, Lore founded Diapers.com, an online retailer that focused on baby products. The company became so successful that Amazon acquired it for $545 million in 2010. But Lore wasn't done yet. In 2014, he launched Jet.com, a competitor to Amazon that used an innovative pricing algorithm. Just 2 years later, Walmart acquired Jet.com for a staggering $3.3 billion, making it one of the largest e-commerce deals in history. As the CEO of Walmart e-commerce, Lore transformed Walmart's digital strategy, integrating AI-driven logistics and expanding its online reach. After stepping down in 2021, he set his sights on something even bigger, building the city of the future. His vision for Telosa is not just about technology, it's about creating a new economic model where land ownership benefits everyone, not just the wealthy. In Lore's words, Telosa aims to set a global standard for urban living, expand human potential, and become a blueprint for future generations. But how does he plan to achieve this? Let's take a closer look. Concept and design Telosa is not just a city, it is a bold vision for the future of urban living. Unlike traditional cities that have evolved over centuries with unplanned growth and outdated infrastructure, Telosa is being designed from scratch with the latest advancements in technology, sustainability, and urban planning. This approach allows its creators to build an ideal city that prioritizes efficiency, environmental consciousness, and a high quality of life for all its residents. The core concept of Telosa revolves around the idea of a 15-minute city where everything a person needs, such as workspaces, schools, healthcare, shopping, and recreational areas, will be within a 15-minute walk or bike ride from their home. This design reduces the dependency on cars, cuts down traffic congestion, and minimizes carbon emissions, making the city cleaner and more efficient. By focusing on accessibility and walkability, Telosa aims to create a strong sense of community where people interact more frequently in shared spaces, fostering social connections and reducing urban isolation. Unlike many existing cities that are dominated by concrete and asphalt, Telosa will be filled with greenery. The city's layout will integrate urban forests, rooftop gardens, and large community parks, offering residents fresh air, natural beauty, and recreational opportunities. These green spaces will not only enhance the aesthetics of the city, but also contribute to better air quality and mental well-being. The presence of nature within an urban setting is essential for reducing stress and creating a more livable environment. One of Telosa's most striking architectural features will be the Equitism Tower, a symbol of the city's commitment to sustainability and shared prosperity. This futuristic skyscraper will be designed to generate its own energy through advanced solar panels and wind turbines, making it a self-sufficient powerhouse. Additionally, the tower will collect and purify rainwater, ensuring a sustainable water supply for the city. Perhaps its most unique feature will be its vertical farms, which will produce fresh, locally grown food for the residents, reducing the need for long-distance transportation and lowering the city's carbon footprint. This innovative approach to food production will also make Telosa more resilient to supply chain disruptions. A critical aspect of Telosa's design is its walkable and bike-friendly infrastructure. Unlike conventional cities that prioritize cars, Telosa will put pedestrians and cyclists first, Roads will be designed with dedicated bike lanes, wide sidewalks, and smart traffic management systems that favor non-motorized transport. Public transportation will be highly efficient, featuring electric buses, self-driving shuttles, and high-speed transit options, ensuring that residents can move around conveniently without relying on personal vehicles. By minimizing car usage, Telosa aims to significantly cut down on air pollution and greenhouse gas emissions. To further push the boundaries of sustainability, Telosa's buildings will follow net zero energy principles. This means that every residential and commercial structure will be designed to produce as much energy as it consumes. Smart energy systems will optimize power consumption, while buildings will be constructed using eco-friendly materials. Solar panels, wind energy, and water recycling systems will be standard features in every home and office. Waste management will also be a key focus, with advanced recycling and composting systems ensuring that the city produces minimal landfill waste. Another defining characteristic of Telosa will be its high-tech infrastructure. The city will be equipped with cutting-edge smart technology, including AI-powered traffic management, real-time air quality monitoring, and automated waste disposal. Smart grids will efficiently distribute electricity, while IoT, Internet of Things devices, will optimize energy and water usage across the city. Residents will benefit from high-speed internet connectivity, smart home automation, and digital public services, making daily life more convenient and efficient. Community engagement is a crucial part of Telosa's vision. The city will be designed to encourage interaction and collaboration among its residents. Shared spaces such as community centers, co-working hubs, and cultural districts will foster creativity, innovation, and social bonds. Public forums and digital platforms will allow residents to participate in decision-making, ensuring that governance remains transparent and inclusive. The idea is to create a city where everyone has a voice and an active role in shaping their community. Beyond its infrastructure, Telosa's design also aims to promote a balanced and equitable lifestyle. The city will offer affordable housing options, ensuring that people from different economic backgrounds can live comfortably without being priced out. Unlike many modern cities where real estate speculation leads to soaring property prices, Telosa's economic model will prevent land monopolization, making housing accessible for all. Education, healthcare, and public services will be top priorities, ensuring that residents enjoy a high standard of living without extreme wealth disparities. Overall, Telosa represents a revolutionary approach to city planning, one that prioritizes sustainability, efficiency, and social well-being. Its innovative design elements, from renewable energy solutions and smart technology to green spaces and equitable urban planning, make it a model for the future. However, while the vision is promising, the city's success will depend on overcoming significant challenges, including funding, location selection, and government approvals. If executed correctly, Telosa could set a new global standard for how cities are built and managed in the 21st century. Location and scale. When designing a revolutionary city like Telosa, selecting the right location is one of the most critical steps. Unlike existing cities that develop gradually based on historical trade routes, waterways, or industrial hubs, Telosa is being planned from scratch. This means its location must be chosen with long-term sustainability, accessibility, and resilience in mind. The goal is to build a city that not only accommodates millions of residents, but also thrives in harmony with the environment while maintaining economic and social viability. Potential locations for Telosa. Several locations across the United States have been considered for Telosa. These regions were selected based on their vast undeveloped land, ability to support infrastructure development, and potential to host a future metropolis. The top contenders include Nevada. Known for its expansive desert landscapes and proximity to Las Vegas, Nevada offers vast open land that could be transformed into a futuristic city. However, water scarcity and extreme summer temperatures pose significant challenges. Utah, with its beautiful landscapes and lower population density, Utah is another possible location. It already has a growing tech industry, making it an attractive site for innovation-driven urban development. Idaho, a state with large stretches of undeveloped land and a growing economy. However, Idaho's climate and infrastructure limitations could be challenges to consider. Arizona, home to Phoenix and Tucson, Arizona already has experience supporting large urban populations in desert conditions. However, long-term water sustainability remains a major concern. Texas, Known for its business-friendly policies and economic opportunities, Texas is a strong candidate for Telosa. The state's sheer size means it has plenty of land for expansion, but extreme weather events and energy demands could present obstacles. Each of these locations presents unique advantages and challenges. One of the biggest concerns is water supply. Many of these areas experience droughts, and providing water for millions of residents would require advanced water conservation technologies, desalination, or massive infrastructure investments. Why these locations? Telosa's vision is centered around sustainability, self-sufficiency, and accessibility. The selected locations are far from densely populated regions, reducing the risk of urban sprawl and congestion. Additionally, these areas have relatively lower land costs compared to major metropolitan hubs, making large-scale development more feasible. However, building a new city in an undeveloped area means facing environmental hurdles, ranging from extreme heat to potential natural disasters like wildfires or hurricanes. Another major factor in site selection is economic potential. The chosen region needs to support industries that will create jobs for future residents. It must also have the potential to attract talent, businesses, and investors willing to commit to a city that is currently just an ambitious vision. Telosa's scale and population goals. The sheer scale of Telosa is unlike anything attempted in modern history. This isn't just about building a small, self-sufficient eco-village. It's about constructing a full-scale metropolis designed for millions. The development of Telosa is planned in phases to ensure sustainable growth and proper resource management. Phase 1, 2030. The first stage aims to accommodate 50,000 residents across 1,500 acres. This phase will focus on essential infrastructure, housing, and services to attract the first wave of pioneers. The goal is to test the economic model of Equitism on a small scale before expanding further. Phase 2, 2050. With continued investment and development, Telosa is expected to grow to 1 million residents, significantly expanding its infrastructure, economy, and urban footprint. Advanced public transport systems, renewable energy facilities, and high-tech industries will be developed. Final goal, 2070. By this stage, Telosa aims to support a population of 5 million people, covering nearly 150,000 acres, making it comparable in size to Chicago. The city will operate with a fully realized Equitism model, featuring cutting-edge technology, green energy solutions, and a self-sufficient economic system. How big is 150,000 acres? To put this into perspective, 150,000 acres is more than double the size of San Francisco, larger than the entire city of Las Vegas. Comparable to the footprint of Chicago, building a city of this scale requires careful urban planning. Unlike traditional cities that expanded unpredictably over centuries, Telosa is designed with a long-term blueprint in mind. The challenge is to ensure that this growth happens without urban congestion, pollution, or overconsumption of natural resources, problems that plague many modern cities. Overcoming infrastructure and environmental challenges. One of the biggest challenges of building a city from scratch is infrastructure. Existing cities have road networks, water pipelines, electrical grids, and public transport systems that have developed over time. Telosa, however, will have to construct all of these from the ground up. To overcome potential issues, Telosa's development team plans to use cutting-edge construction techniques, water recycling and desalination. Advanced water management systems will be required to provide a sustainable water supply. This includes rainwater harvesting, wastewater recycling, and possibly desalination plants if located near a coastal region. Renewable energy. The city will be powered by solar, wind, and other renewable energy sources to achieve net zero emissions. Smart infrastructure, AI-driven city management will optimize traffic flow, resource distribution, and emergency response systems. Eco-friendly construction. Buildings will be constructed using sustainable materials and green technology to minimize environmental impact. While these technologies hold great promise, implementing them on such a large scale is a monumental challenge. Many existing smart city projects around the world have struggled with high costs, integration difficulties, and resistance from traditional urban planning authorities. Telosa isn't just a city, it's an experiment in urban innovation. If it succeeds, it could become a model for future cities worldwide, showing how advanced technology, sustainable living, and economic fairness can coexist. But its success depends on solving some of the biggest challenges of urban development, including land acquisition, infrastructure, water security, and energy sustainability. As we transition to the next section, we'll explore Telosa's unique economic model, Equitism, and explore how it aims to reshape urban economies and social structures. Could this be the future of economic fairness? Let's find out. Economic model, Equitism. One of the most ambitious and defining aspects of Telosa is its economic model, known as Equitism. Created by Marc Lore, this system is inspired by Georgism, an economic theory proposed by Henry George in the 19th century. The central idea of Georgism, and by extension Equitism, is that land should belong to the community rather than private individuals or corporations. Unlike the conventional capitalist system, where private land ownership allows a small group to accumulate vast wealth while others struggle to afford housing, Equitism seeks to distribute the benefits of land fairly among all residents. By ensuring that land is publicly owned and managed, Telosa aims to prevent real estate speculation, reduce economic inequality, and create a city where prosperity is shared, not hoarded. How Equitism works. Equitism is built on the principle of collective land ownership. Instead of individuals or corporations owning land outright, the entire city's land will be held in a public trust. This means that when land value increases due to business growth, infrastructure development, and rising demand, the profits generated will go directly into the community rather than private pockets. Residents, businesses, and investors will be able to lease land for use, but no one will have the ability to buy and sell land for personal gain. This prevents unchecked real estate speculation, which has been a major driver of economic inequality in cities around the world. Unlike traditional cities where landowners profit simply by holding onto property while others struggle to afford housing, Telosa's land value will benefit the entire population. As the city grows, land leases will generate revenue that can be reinvested into improving public services such as education, healthcare, and infrastructure. This creates a self-sustaining economic model where the success of the city directly translates into a higher quality of life for all residents, rather than just a privileged few. Funding public services through land leases. One of the major advantages of Equitism is that it provides a built-in funding mechanism for public services. In most modern cities, governments rely on taxation, such as property taxes, income taxes, and corporate taxes, to fund essential services. However, these tax revenues often fail to keep up with the growing needs of urban populations, leading to budget deficits, underfunded schools, deteriorating infrastructure, and expensive healthcare systems. Telosa eliminates this issue by ensuring that land value itself generates revenue. As businesses and individuals lease land, the payments they make go directly into funding public services. This means that as Telosa grows and becomes more successful, its schools, hospitals, roads, and public transportation systems will improve alongside it. The more valuable the city becomes, the more resources will be available for reinvestment, creating a continuous cycle of prosperity. Unlike the current system, where landowners passively accumulate wealth while governments struggle to fund services, Equitism ensures that wealth flows back into the community. Reducing economic inequality. One of the biggest flaws in modern economies is that wealth becomes concentrated in the hands of those who own land, while renters and low-income individuals struggle to keep up. In cities like New York, London, and San Francisco, real estate speculation has driven housing costs to astronomical levels, pushing working-class residents out of urban centers and creating severe wealth gaps. Telosa's Equitism model directly addresses this problem by removing land from the private market, ensuring that no one can profit simply by owning property. By shifting wealth generation away from land ownership and toward productive activities like business, innovation, and entrepreneurship, Equitism promotes economic mobility. It allows individuals to build wealth through their work and contributions to society rather than through passive land speculation. This system is designed to foster a strong middle class, ensuring that all residents have access to quality housing, education, and healthcare without being trapped by extreme financial disparities. Challenges and criticisms. While Telosa presents a groundbreaking vision for the future of urban living, it faces several major challenges that could determine its success or failure. One of the biggest hurdles is funding. Building an entire city from scratch requires an enormous financial investment, likely reaching hundreds of billions of dollars. While Marc Lore has a bold vision, securing enough investors willing to take such a high-risk gamble will not be easy. Additionally, the location itself poses challenges. Many of the proposed sites, including Nevada, Arizona, and Texas, face extreme climates, limited water resources, and harsh environmental conditions. Ensuring a sustainable water supply, managing heat, and developing infrastructure in remote areas will be a major test for Telosa's planners. Beyond funding and location, government approval presents another significant obstacle. A project of this scale requires extensive regulatory approvals from state and federal authorities. Zoning laws, environmental impact assessments, and infrastructure planning will all need approval, and convincing policymakers to support an unproven city concept could be difficult. Finally, even if these challenges are overcome, Telosa must attract millions of residents to an entirely new city. Convincing people to uproot their lives and move to an experimental urban environment, especially in a remote location, will be an uphill battle. While Telosa's vision is ambitious and inspiring, these challenges mean that its future is anything but certain. Outro. Telosa represents one of the most ambitious urban projects in history. If successful, it could redefine how cities are built and how wealth is shared. But with massive financial, logistical, and political challenges, its future remains uncertain. Would you move to Telosa if it became a reality? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into the world's biggest innovations.